Hello product hunters, my name is John and I am the founder of whatifi.io. We built Whatifi to change the way people build and plan their financial futures. Your life is not just a column or a row or a cell on a spreadsheet. What if I sell my house and move to another city or to the suburbs? I rent out the basement or post it on Airbnb. What if I lose my job, or what if I change my investment strategy? Real decisions are a combination of finances, ranks and reviews, and the social feedback of others. With that in mind, instead of formulas and spreadsheets, we've built a highly visual, flowchart-like drag, drop, and connect platform where decision makers can interactively map out multiple complex personal scenarios and then calculate the best path through those results. So let's dig in and look at the many ways that we can answer your own personal whatifis. Okay, this is the Whatifi interface. On the left side, we have our lists of scenarios. There are 3 sections here. There are sample scenarios that you can peruse. There are the scenarios that you've created and also scenarios that have been shared with you. This center part here is the scenario canvas, and this is where we interactively build and create all of our networks. On the right side here are our scenario list threads, which we'll get into more detail. And there's a collapsible graph here at the bottom that shows you how all your scenarios play out over time. So in this example here, this is the Montreal relocation scenario. So here, families looking at moving from Vancouver to Montreal. We have a couple of options along the way. There's flights, it's a singular option. There's shipping, there's a singular option. And then we have our first true decision. We're looking at a job offer. And there are 3 different job opportunities. There's job 1, there's job 2, and job 3, 4. Job 1 is a single star rating. While it pays fairly well on average, it's $2,500 bi-weekly. It's also not a great place to work for. We've heard terrible reviews, so it's just a single star. Job number 2 pays less on average because it is actually a monthly rate, but we've heard wonderful things about this. We have friends and family that are there. It's a 5-star opportunity. And then we have these 2 other job opportunities. This is a contract, so the short-term contract, then there's a lull, and then it picks up again. The second decision we have is our rent decision. There's a basement apartment, but it's not available for 2 months, so we'd have to stay in a hotel. And then there's the expensive, fancy downtown condo. So the key thing to Whatifi are the concept of threads. Each unique path through this graph is called a scenario thread. Here we have 6. There's job 1 in the basement, there's job 2 in the basement, there's job 3, 4 in the basement, job 1 in the condo, job 2 in the condo, and job 3, 4 in the condo. Each of these threads is represented here on the right-hand side, and if I click through my scenario thread list, I can see which given series of choices make up each of these scenarios. A big power here is our decision engine. I can choose to slide this all the way over to the left, and now I'm sorting all of my scenario threads from most profitable down to least profitable. The other thing I can do is slide this all the way to the right, and now what I'm doing, remember those star ratings that we have here, I'm now sorting them from highest rated to lowest rated. What's unique here, for example, is this particular scenario, on average over time per month, will actually lose money, but is one of the highest rated decisions that we have. I can choose to see all of these mapped out on my graph here, so I can check select this, for example, and check select this, and check select this, and see all of these and how they play out over time. I can look at these for both cash flow, or I can flip to an equity kind of view to see what my equity plays like over time here. I can go to any one of these nodes and I can add another option into that one. So for example, say job number 2 actually has a commute we have to do. I'm going to click here and I'm going to add in another option. This is our list of options that we have. These are the ones that exist right now. There's a whole list of them that are coming soon. I'm going to add in an expense. So for example, say I have to commute. We have a one-time cost here. This is going to be monthly. Let's say it's a $90 bus pass. There's the start date, which starts on this kind of given day. And we're going to give it a 3-star opportunity, and we're going to apply inflation to that one. And now let's add that to our list. So now I have a commute node, which is part of those calculations. Now the same thing I can do is at any particular stage, I can choose to bypass a node. So maybe I'm going to be able to get a ride with my wife into work. I'm going to bypass this node for now. It's still in my calculations, but it's just being bypassed and it's there for sort of future experimenting and playing with. Other things I can do. At a particular stage, I need to make a decision. So here, let me make a decision. and say we decide that we're actually going to take job number 2 when all is said and done. I can lock in this decision, and you'll see these other 2 sub-threads are now grayed out. They're no longer active. You can also see here on the right-hand side, I'm now just down to 2 threads. So it's part of how we pare down our decisions and our number of choices that we have. So let's take a look at some of our more powerful nodes now. We partner with third-party APIs to drive both calculations and information in some of our key nodes. Let's start with our goal. We have a goal node, and we can set a date and an amount in the future that we want to target towards. We can then compare all of our scenario threads to see how well they align up with that given goal over time. Bank accounts. We use Plaid in the United States and Flinks in Canada to drive real-time updates from our bank accounts. We can add in a bank account node manually, or we can link to bank accounts and be able to see real-time updates from all the various banks that are part of our system. We use that same banking information to drive updates and tracking of budgets. Within our budget node, we have various categories that you can set predetermined amounts for. And as those bank account balances and those spendings do or don't track properly against our goal, we will send you notifications to let you know when you are veering off track or well ahead of the curve. Any one of our scenarios can also be shared. So if this particular scenario is something that you like, you could choose to share this, much like a Google Drive API, and then send this off to family, friends, financial advisors, accountants, real estate agents to compare and discuss your given scenario. We only scratched the surface here today, but our goal at whatifi is to empower everyday people to make bigger life decisions better. We look forward to your feedback, your support, and you're welcome to test our private beta and let us know how we're doing.